Okay, I think I'm streaming. I can do my double check. And I understand people may not be watching because there's a Super Bowl going on. But let me just make sure that my audio is. Okay, good. I can hear my own audio. That's good. Alright, and there's my go live. Cool. Yeah, so I'm not actually watching the game, but Chan the Magic Man, welcome in. How's it going? But you know how I talked about like how I cheer for OT all the time? Man, I would have loved to watch this game because it's an OT right now. All right. Oh, you need to learn sign so I can talk to you while there's an ad. Wait, ad. That's it. Wait, sorry. Ad. There we go. Hello, welcome back. How's it going? Charlie Sweets and Chan the Magic Man, welcome in. I was just saying, you need to learn sign so I can talk to you in an ad. There we go. Sorry, I have to practice my sign. But anyway, I was saying, man, if the game was not going on right now, I feel like I would I would probably be watching it if I had access to the game because it is in overtime right now. And you guys remember how much I talked about last week? How I'm like I unironically cheer for overtime all the time. It's in overtime. Flaming Hells, welcome in. How's it going? Um, so I do want to do some advertising today, but I learned my lesson. The first thing I'm going to do is literally put on my cheating gloves before anything else happens because you never know. um, that's the first thing. But hello, welcome in. How's it going? How's everybody doing tonight? Happy Super Lunar Birth Valentine's Bowl New Year's Day week. Magic stream tonight. Yeah, there's a lot of things going on this week. Um, okay, so for anybody who didn't know, yesterday was um, Lunar New Year. So happy Lunar New Year, everybody. And then today, in the United States, and I suppose everywhere else in the world that enjoys American football, it is the Super Bowl. And then tomorrow is Abraham Lincoln and Charles Darwin's birthday. So that'll be in like an hour and a half in my time zone. And then Tuesday will just be Tuesday the 13th, whatever that happens to be. And then Wednesday is Valentine's Day. So yeah, there's a lot of things going on. I couldn't figure out what I wanted to make the title, so I was like, we're just gonna make that the title. All right. Okay. Let's see. Next, I said I was going to advertise this week, so I'm going to begin. I'm going to begin advertising in all the discords. Feel free to start chatting, and if anybody wants to chat, or if anybody wants to ask questions, or if you want to look at the trick list and request something, or honestly, if you want to give me any updates about the game, I know overtime is happening, and I'm super excited that there's overtime. So, anyway. Chan, I sorry I didn't say hi, but I did lurk a little bit during your return to stream, return to the United States Magic Monday stream on Monday. So I was a little bit busy this week because I was doing special projects at work. Long story short, so I actually wasn't on Twitch much this past week, just in general. So thanks, I appreciate it. Yeah. Anyway, so uh, some of those pictures looked really, really fun. I know you post a lot of them in your Discord, but yeah, looked like a good time. So glad you had fun. Okay, here we go. So anyway, how's everybody doing? How was everybody's weekend? Did anybody else celebrate Lunar New Year? And then also, did anybody else? Is anybody watching the football game? I'm curious. So Not that I normally care, but only because if the score was not tied to cause overtime, I would not be this thrilled right now. So, um, anyway, ah, let's see here. I actually, I'd stopped advertising a long time ago, so I'm actually not prepared really to advertise. But I should. Today. Watch some of it. Okay, cool. Awesome. Yeah, I was reading my kid a story, and we were watching Sesame Street before bedtime. So I'm waiting on news from my job interview last week. Oh, Flaming Hails! Congratulations on the job interview. Hopefully it went well. Um, but yeah, let us know whatever news when you get news. I mean, I actually have been intermittently in Hutch's stream, but feel free to let us know. But good luck. Hopefully you do well and you get that. Let's see here. Yeah, I just realized copying and pasting into lots of Discord. So by the way, I hit my Discord limit the other day. So I'm on the Discord free plan, and that means I hit 100 Discords. So this might take a bit. I do see the trick. Maybe I will do my first batch of advertising, um, and then we'll do a trick, and then we'll get back to advertising. So let's see here. But yeah, admittedly, I have not done that much Magic this past week in general. Mostly because there between stuff at work and then I did pick up my guitar a lot more, but then I decided to treat myself to a new video game. So I purchased Cobalt Core, which if anybody is aware, it is a deck building game that's short, quick. A lot of people compare it to Slay the Spire and FTL, which I love both of those. So yeah. Okay, so let's go for another minute or two, and then we'll do a trick, and then we'll go from there. Let's see here. In other news, I did confirm that I will be going to Gen Con this year. So I have purchased my badge officially for Gen Con. So that's good. I just realized I've never promoted myself in this other person's channel. Okay, let's see here. Okay, I've got a few more Discords and then I will hop over to do a trick. But yeah, it's exciting. So good news, I don't have to go to work tomorrow because I took the day off. I figured I have not taken my own birthday off from work for like many years. So I was like, all right, maybe it's about time I actually do it. There were a couple of years where I didn't have to because it fell on a weekend, but so yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Done with the first batch. Okay. All right. Let's warm up, everybody. Okay. So, Chan, you've requested Triumph Squared. Thanks for requesting. I did see it was a random request, so good to see that they're still working. And then I'll get back to advertising shortly thereafter. Okay, Obi-Wan, welcome in. How's it going, Obi-Wan? Happy Lunar New Year. Happy Super Bowl. Happy birthday to Abraham Lincoln and Charles Darwin. And happy Valentine's Day in a few days. Okay, alright, just making sure that there were no weird cards. So this deck came with, oh, they're over there. Okay, so I don't have to worry about it. They come with not jokers, but like the poker hands, so that's making sure those were not in there. But anyway, the good news is that while I was trying to come up with a trick for tomorrow, I think I got super creative. I may actually do a football trick for my YouTube channel tomorrow. Good, another Monday for me. Ah, yes, that's right. Oh, Obi-Wan, so you are in the future. So it is Abraham Lincoln and Charles Darwin's birthday already for you. I'm not sure if you know Abraham Lincoln, but you probably know Charles Darwin, so. Happy agricultural Lunar New Year. Yes, that's right. Alright, we have the deck here. This is, by the way, the first warm-up trick. It's a random request. So, Chan the Magic Man, thank you so much for the request. Okay, we are going to go ahead and have 2 cards selected. So, first one, let's go ahead and have a card selected. Yes, I know both. Yes, alright. Yeah, I don't know exactly how famous, like, American presidents and their history reach out internationally. So, oh, it looks like we have a card selected. It is this one. Alright, excellent. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and grab the top one. Doesn't matter that I know what it is. It is the 4 of Spades. And we're going to go ahead and place the 4 of Spades face up into this pile here. So look, it is face up right there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to need a second card selected. I will clear this heat map. And actually, let me... Delicious. Okay, so if we can have another card selected over here. Okay, I see it, I see it, I see it. It is right there. There's our other heat map. Once again, it doesn't really matter that I know what it is. So, first one was checking the gaff meters 4 of Spades, and this one is the unsigned 6 of Hearts. I mentioned agricultural because apparently some farmers plant based on the moon cycles. Oh, okay. That's cool. Yeah, I thought that the new year itself, the Lunar New Year itself, was just based on the lunar cycle, but I guess it makes sense because they would have only really cared about it because of agricultural reasons, right? So, all right. Once again, we're going to go ahead and place the 6 of Hearts just face up into the middle of this packet, like so. And let's see, if I was to just shuffle these up, just straight up, it would be really easy to find those cards. But if I was to throw something strange in there, like turning this face up and leaving these face down, and then shuffling them in, that would be extremely bizarre, right? And so, here we go. And I'll show you that we are legitimately pushing these cards together. Like this. There we go. But anyway, that is a really fun tidbit to think about. Why people care about lunar cycles. Yeah, they may care about it because of agricultural reasons. Makes perfect sense. Okay, we'll give that a few cuts. We'll just cut one more time. And now everything is messed up. But we can fix this. By we, I mean the deck sock. Here you go, deck sock. Deck sock, happy Lunar birth, Valentines, Super Bowl, New Year's Day week. Enjoy. Alright, did you fix everything for me? Alright. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Okay, so here we go. You know, I think something interesting will occur because, if I show you. Haha! Yeah, there's those deck sock emotes. Yes. And if we remember what the two cards were, I believe they were the 4 of spades signed by our friend. Checking the gaff meter, and the 6 of hearts. Not yet signed by any friend, but hopefully to be signed in the future by a friend. Alright, my friends, and there we are. 4 of spades and 6 of hearts. And that is Triumph Squared. Thank you so much for the request. Chan the Magic Man. Oh wait, I can eat this heat map. Here we go. Delicious. By the way, spring, time to start planting. Yep. Guys, if you're not following our friend Chan the Magic Man, please give Chan the Magic Man a follow. Chan, one of the other few magicians that streams magic on Twitch on a regular schedule. So please give Chan a follow. Chan streams Magic Mondays, Monday nights, U.S. Eastern Time. And if you catch him another time, he'll be doing other things such as playing community games, solving Rubik's Cubes. Yeah, please give Chan a follow. If you're not following our friend Obi-Wan, thanks for being here, Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan, guitarist from Australia, and likes Asian pop music. I like Asian pop music, mostly K-pop, but also a fun time. I've also caught Obi-Wan doing jigsaw puzzles on stream. Let's see. Let's give our friend Charlie's Beats a shout out. Whoa, what? Sam Shine Gamer. Hello, welcome in, Sam Shine Gamer. How's it going? While we're here, let's give our new friend, Sam Shine Gamer, a shout out. Sam Shine Gamer, welcome in. How's it going? Thank you for raiding. And what were you doing? I don't know if I'm familiar or if I follow. So let me go ahead and wait. Sam Shine. I appear to have already been following you, so I don't think I've caught your stream. We Minecrafted. Oh, okay, awesome. That's great. That's cool. I have not played Minecraft. I've heard it's super fun, but I have not played it. So, and I know of it. I know memes from it as well. But welcome in. To introduce myself to some of the raiders. Hi, my name is Nam. I am known as Crazy Asian, spelled with a K, 2 E's, and 3 N's, and I like to do sleight of hand card magic. Couldn't remember when I followed you, but I was like, well, let's go say hi. Awesome. Well, thanks for stopping by. So I actually allow people to request tricks, and I know that a lot of people don't know what the names of tricks are, but I have a StreamerSonglist filled with just tricks. There's no songs in there. But I guess if you just want to see something, I can show you something that I will normally show people who I meet for the first time, and if they want to see something, we'll start with that, and then if you want to see more, you can hang around, and if not, that's okay. I totally understand if you need to go. Streaming can be tiring, especially if you had a long stream. But let's just go ahead and start. So I have a few cards here. Well, 4 cards. They are the 4 sevens, and the sevens are extremely lucky in American culture. If we were in Asian culture, I think it would be 8s. But anyway, I'm using sevens today. Now, what I want to do is I want to turn all of the 7s face up, but only one at a time, like this. But not like that, because that's how normal people would do it. So I wouldn't want to do it that way. I want to do it in a much more magical way. So if I hold the packet and I give it a magical twist, that twist is actually going to turn up one of the 7s. It'd be 7 of hearts. So here it is, 7 of hearts, face up amongst the rest. But look, here's the part that gets people. If I hold the packet and give it a magical twist, that 7 of hearts will turn itself face down, and the 7 of clubs will turn itself face up. I know, that's super hard to believe, but look. I know! Is that weird? That's super weird, right? That shouldn't happen. That's kind of bizarre. Now if I hold the packet and give it another magical twist, 7 of diamonds will turn itself face up. I don't know how they do it. I mean, I do, but, you know. These are the words that I say that come out of my mouth when I do this trick now. Alright, now I swear the last 7, the 7 of spades, is the last one that we have to hit up. So I just want to show you that, look, we have all of our cards face down, but even if I give it one magical twist, the 7 of spades, it's defiant. It doesn't want to listen to me. It doesn't want to do anything. It's lazy. Alright, but even if I give it 2 magical twists, some people are like, whoa, whoa, whoa. You just gave it 3 magical twists. And I'd be like, okay, fine, you're right. But look, it's still not enough. What do we need? We need a magic wand. Now, I don't have a magic wand because magic wands are expensive. If anybody's been to, like, Universal, they know. But look, I have a Sharpie, and Sharpies can kind of act like a magic wand. So here, let me just tap. All right, there we go. That was enough. That was all that was needed, because now the 7 of spades is face up. Is that weird? That's super weird, right? That shouldn't happen. It's a little bizarre. Strange. Sharpie works, lol. Yep. Oh man. Let's see here. All right, let me read some messages from chat. There we go. Oh yeah, I'll be going to lurk mode soon. Lol. Yeah, that was 4 hours. Oh man, totally understand. Ooh. And then let's see. Hello, 7s. Whoops. I had the wrong thing focused. You guys might have seen my desktop or something. Anyway, thank you kindly for the emotes, Samshine Gamer, and thank you kindly for the claps, Chan the Magic Man, Samshine Gamer, and you're literally buying a magic marker for those tricks. Lol. Yes, that's right. Okay, let's see. We'll do one more trick for the raiders, and then if anybody wants to request anything, feel free. Okay, so what we have here is a deck of all of the cards. Both jokers are in here. You can tell them apart. This one is the red joker, the other one is the black joker. But it doesn't really matter which card is selected. So let's just go ahead and select one. So 10 of clubs. So if anybody would like to remember the 10 of clubs, feel free to remember the 10 of clubs, because it actually doesn't matter. You're going to be seeing it a lot. We are now magically connected to the 10 of clubs. Now, normally I would snap, but I go into this bit where Gibson Lens, thank you so much for the resub. Welcome in. Semi-obligated TV watching is done. Whoa, yeah, no, I totally get it. Actually, Gibson Lens, if I can just ask you, you don't have to tell me the result, but just tell me, is overtime over? Because I knew they went into overtime. All right, so here, what we have here is overtime is over. Awesome, thank you. All right, so 10 of clubs. Now what I'm going to do is grab the 10 of clubs, take it, place it in the middle of the deck like this, and if I just go ahead and I just use the marker and just pass it over the top, that 10 of clubs will jump back up to the top of the deck. Some people wonder, could it have been signed? The short answer is yes, it could have been signed. Now here's the interesting thing. If I go ahead and I take it and I place it into the middle of the deck now, like so, and you'll notice that the top card is not the 10 of clubs right now. That's some other card. That's actually one of our 7. But look, if I take the Sharpie and I just wave it over the top, actually that's going to bring the 10 of clubs back up to the top. I know, that's super weird, right? That should not happen. That's quite bizarre. But look, if I go ahead and I leave it sticking out, you'll know that it's still the 10 of clubs, because I will show you that it's the 10 of clubs, like that. And now if I take the 10 of clubs and place it into the middle of this packet, take this whole packet and place it into the middle of this packet, and if I show you, top card is not it. That's okay. Oddly enough, the 10 of spades. Not on the bottom as some people believe it is. But if I take the Sharpie and I just wave it over the top, I know it's super strange. I don't know how it works. Okay, I do know how it works. But the 10 of clubs jumps back up to the top. I know, super weird, right? Okay, and that, my friend, is a couple of tricks for the raider. Thank you. Welcome. Thank you for raiding, Sam Shine Gamer. So anyway, thanks for bringing your community over. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Okay, I do know how it works. Lol. Says kindly. I assume that's it, or kindly. Thank you kindly for the claps. Chan the Magic Man, Gibson Lens. Okay, alright, so I did my first batch of advertising, and then I did a trick, and then we got a raid. Kindle works. Okay, Kendall. Alright, excellent. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to be like, oh, how do I want to pronounce this? How do they want it to be pronounced? And I'm like, I don't want to butcher it, but it's like... Anyway, thank you. Alright, thanks for the shout out. You're welcome, Obi-Wan. Welcome in, Gibson Lens. How's it going? We did miss a couple of shout outs as well. So, let's see. We did shout out Sam Shine Gamer. Oh, wait. Did we do this one for Sam Shine as well? Okay, so we'll do that one for Sam Shine as well. But I was actually, I believe, in the middle of shouting out Charlie's Beats, which we never got that in. If you're not following our friend Charlie's Beats, please give Charlie's Beats a follow as well. Let's see. Oh, and of course, if you're not following our mod, Gibson Lens, please give Gibson Lens a follow. Let's see. Okay, I think that was currently everything. All right, now the second set of advertisement. All right, hold on. Man, I've been streaming for almost like a half an hour, and I'm not even done with advertising. I suppose that's a good sign, but... Okay, here we go. But anyway, how is everybody doing? How's everybody's weekend? Gibson Lens, how was the game? It was kind of hilarious that I was talking about overtime and how much I wanted to be overtime last week. And I was like, and then now. And then you were watching overtime. It's Delta Crab Music! Hey, welcome in! How's it going? Obi-Wan says, my weekend was good. Hot here, but good food. Awesome. Guys, if you're not following our friend Delta Crab Music, welcome in, Delta Crab. Please give Delta Crab a follow. By the way, happy Lunar New Year, Delta Crab. Doing taxes, watching the game, wild ending. Man, I was not watching, but I totally think I would have. And I don't normally watch sports ball, so that that is that. Yep. Happy, Lunar New Year too. Awesome. Yep, that's right. We did red envelopes for my 2-year-old yesterday. Technically not for the first time, because we did it last year, but I think she understands what it is this year. So, and she understands that money is used for shopping as a 2-year-old. So, that's Delta Crab says, was watching on Twitch actually. It was fun seeing all the other channels get taken, done, and new ones pop up. Lol. Oh, that's so cool. I did not realize that Twitch had rights to the Super Bowl or to was wanted. Okay, it's fun seeing all the channels get to, okay. Nice. Oh, they don't. Oh, I see what you're saying. I understand. Okay. You need not say any more. It was a viewing party. All right, we won't we won't name names. Nice. Okay, cool. That makes sense. That makes sense. All right. Sorry, I'm on my second batch of advertising. basically just copying and pasting that I'm going live in other people's Discord. But I actually haven't done this in a while, and honestly, it is time consuming, but you know, it's okay. It's okay. And then after I finish this man, I'm sorry. No, don't clip that. After I'm done with this section, I will do the trick that I see Charlie's Beats has requested. Thanks for requesting that, Charlie. Let's see. I also have something to show people if people are interested in seeing it. I have a new decoration for lurking to grab food. All right, awesome. Thank you, Kendall. Thanks for stopping in, and thanks for lurking. I will get to more magic in a minute. Okay. I'm in too many Discords. As I was mentioning, like shortly earlier ago, I reached my Discord limit for being a free Discord user. So, do I have the rights? Well, I wasn't restricted from posting in this channel. All right. So I guess that's okay. Lurk mode commenced. All right, Samshine Gamer, thank you so much for the raid, and thank you so much for bringing your community over. So thank you so much. Okay. Okay, one other person, and then I will get to the next trick. Can I paste here? All right, I guess so. All right, cool. Awesome. Whew. Okay, next up. Oh, man. All right. Charlie's Beats requesting the tricks. Requesting the tricks. Okay, let me find some cards, because I have to find some cards. And I'm missing. Let me see. I need the 9. 999. There you go. Okay. All right. All right, guys. This is the next trick called Incauto Tramposo, and it is. Thanks for requesting it, Charlie's Beats. It is a trick also sometimes known as the 7-card Monty, because, well, we're going to use 7 cards. So look, we have a black spot card, a black spot card, and a black spot card. And what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and leave those 3 black spot cards down on the table here. And then we have this is a red face card, so I don't want you to mix that up with the black spot cards. And then I'm going to leave that right here in the middle. Actually, you know what? Let's kind of shape this. This is going to be shaped kind of like a football because, you know, Super Bowl. And then we have black spot card, black spot card, black spot card. So, what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and lay all of the black spot cards out over here, kind of like a football. And I just want you to keep an eye on the card that is different. So, and just follow it, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn these face down, and I just want you to watch. I'm just make one swap. That's it. There's the one swap. So, important question. Which card do you think is the different one? And if you are on desktop, feel free to click directly on the screen where you think it is. And I can't trace the heat maps back. Also, if you guys need to see, we'll just give you a peek, you know, just in case you thought that there was some sort of trickery. All right, and I'm assuming whoever clicked this has either seen this trick before or is Chan the Magic Man, another magician that is currently in chat. All right, so If you guys said this one, the Queen of Diamonds, I think a lot of people would have said the Queen of Diamonds. Um, but that would be incorrect because the viewers have spoken. This one is the different one, and I'll tell you why. I know that you saw a lot of black spot cards, but really there was only one black spot card because every other card, if I show you now, it's going to be a red face card. I know, is that weird? That's super weird, right? Strange. I clicked the middle, says Chan. Yes, you did. There we go. And that, my friends, is Incauto Tromposo. Charlie's Beats, thank you so much for the request. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Okay, alright. Let me go ahead and eat these heat maps right here. Delicious. Thank you kindly for the claps. Chan the Magic Man, Charlie's Beats. And, okay, alright. I'm now going to be advertising in the next set of Discords. Hang tight. Anyway, also the queue is open. If anybody would like to request anything, there are no tricks ahead of... actually, currently no tricks queued. It's just advertising. So if anybody would like to request, feel free. SR Cube. Alright. You threw a cube in there. Alright. We will go ahead and do that after this section. Oh, I don't want to advertise in a clips channel by accident. Okay. Let me see. Oh, I don't know if I can post here. I should probably also filter through these, but... Has anybody ever run into a situation where you're like, I expect my mouse to work a certain way, and then it doesn't? And then it's like, come on, mouse, you should work. So that's been happening with my current mouse with the middle click. I use middle click a lot, so I notice when it's missing. And some people are like, middle click? You mean you have a third button? It's like, no, the mouse wheel. And it's like, some people aren't even aware that the mouse wheel is also a button. Okay, alright, there we go. So, that is the next section. Okay, alright, let's go ahead and... Oh, Chan, would you like to see the regular-sized cube or the baby-sized cube? Let me know which one. Also, great reminder, if anybody would like to take a swig, if you've been sitting around and you haven't hydrated for a bit, please hydrate. I'm having black tea as per usual. A regular? Okay, excellent. So let's go ahead and regular. Let's scramble this. Oh, let me also adjust the queue while I'm doing this. So the cube is next. Alright, cool. And then okay, alright, here we go. Does that look scrambled enough? Some people think that there's the fact that there's like 3 in a row. I mean, some people will sometimes understand that having like all of the colors completely scrambled is actually slightly less scrambled than having some that are actually together. Alright, we'll go ahead and use this. Hopefully that's okay. Alright. Okay, let's begin. If anybody's familiar with a DDR, when I say "Let's begin," I sometimes think of the whistle song. No, not the whistle song. It's definitely some other, man. I can't do this and try and remember an old DDR song at the same time. No, it is the whistle song, I think. Yeah. Let's begin. Toot, 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 toot. Sorry, I'm not a singer. Not a musician. But the question is, how much practice do I put in before I say I'm a musician? So I figured out how to play some simple melodies on guitar because my kid. So at some point, if I become proficient, it's always that question, like, when would you then call yourself a musician, right? It's like a philosophical question. For example, if you had, and I just watched a YouTube video about this the other day, but I've had this thought before, and it's like, so let's say you have a pile of sand, right? Well, at some point, that pile of sand had to be made of, like, some fewer particles of sand, right? But you would not call, like, one particle of sand a pile of sand, right? So, like, but if you add a particle to it, it's just two particles of sand. And I think a lot of people would never call that a pile of sand. But, like, how many particles of sand does make it a pile, right? Like, so, all right, okay. There we go. I'm on third layer now, so if anybody's, I guess, curious or following along. I was talking about a little bit of philosophy as well, so. I guess not real philosophy, it's like definitional philosophy. Like, what's a sandwich? What's a hole in a straw? Like that kind of stuff. Oh wow, I didn't have to swap any corners. My favorite. Okay, done. Alright, there we go. Woo! Okay. Alright, hopefully that was satisfactory, Chan. I was not timing myself or anything, but thank you kindly for the request. Thank you kindly for the claps, Chan. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you kindly for the claps, Obi-Wan. Okay, alright. I've got one final section to advertise to. So let's go through that. Once again, the queue is open, so if anybody would like to request anything, feel free. Let's see. Promote your content. Oh, okay, streams. Yeah, that seems okay. All right. Okay. Let's see. She's streaming now. I'm not gonna promote there. Okay. Let's see here. I just realized on the YouTube playback this is going to be kind of a boring stream, but because all I've done mostly is advertising. But, such is life. I can go a little later tonight because I'm not working tomorrow. So. And then, let's see. Nope, that's not somebody else's stream suggestions. Okay. I guess in the past it has made sense to me why I stopped promoting myself. Because then you get into like dealing with this. Ideally, I need a bot, but then I need to add the bot to like other people's discords, and I'm pretty sure that's not allowed. So, um, yeah. Okay, let's see here. And going live. Wait, already live. Okay, and then one more. One more outside of Discords. Did you guys hear that? I think you guys might have heard that. Yes, alright, cool. Sorry. My apologies. Alright, okay. Woo! Or else people would have to follow your announcements, but that's also a lot of effort. Yeah, I mean, I haven't done a very good job of advertising in that other way, so one day. Alright, okay. Once again, the queue is open if anybody would like to. Alright, I have a new thing to show everybody. So this I did allude to in a secret place, but I'll show it off now and let people know. Okay, here it is, guys. I have a little Twitch sign. It says Crazy Asian. And so this was a gift from my best friend that it was a complete surprise. I had no idea he was doing it. And not only that, it lights up. So check it out. Ready? Wait. Oh no, hold on. I know why. The power source for this, not on. There we go. That would be why. Okay, so it lights up. So couple of things. I have no idea where I'm going to put this. I ideally would like to put it somewhere so that it's visible, but I don't know because right behind me is just a wall. That window's dirty and super high. I'd have to like string a wire, I'd have to put something. But I guess that window would probably make the most sense. Or I'd have to get a platform and put it up behind me. So Gibson Les says, that's very similar to what I have with the Double Fine. Yeah, I was thinking, when I got this, I was like, hey, this is almost kind of like Vert's Double Fine sign. So, yeah, it looks cool. Yeah, when I didn't know what to expect, because when I was opening it, it's like, oh, I'm sending you something from Etsy. And I'm like, what the hell could you be getting me from Etsy? Like, not that there aren't, fun, unique things, but I don't know what he would have gotten me, so... But all right, so yeah, it can rotate colors. I can change its color. So here's red, green, blue, like orange is like a tealish green. I don't know if that's coming out well on the camera. This one's like a purplish, and then I guess we're going Twitch colors, right? This one's probably closer to Twitch. There's like 3 purples. They're all very. This one's like magenta, so like you can't really tell. I feel like on the camera you can't really see the difference, but here it is very clear. Like here's a yellow one. Like the jump between this and that's very clear, right? Yeah. So like that one's orange. So like jumping in between colors, you definitely see a big difference. It is not smart at the moment. So I don't know if we could have this being controlled by commands, but I guess it's just sending a command via this remote control, which I can't imagine is any more complicated than infrared. So I'm sure there's a way, but yeah. So anyway, that is that's something that I wanted to show. That I'm probably gonna have to try and figure out a way to rig up for future streams, but there we are. But yeah, so I was actually super happy that I opened it. I asked him, hey, should I open it now or wait until my birthday? And since my birthday is like in 40 more minutes, I wouldn't have opened it before stream. But luckily, he said, yeah, whatever you want. And because of the way he said it, I'm like, I'm opening it now instead of waiting. So anyway, yeah. So that's the cool new thing. All right, I can't be doing this flashing while it is. Is it strobing now? Oh wow, that's actually okay. Oh, so flashing is different than strobing. Strobing looks better, I think. But then I also like fading. No wait. No wait. I can't tell it's doing anything. Oh, it's very, very, very slow. Happy pre-birthday! Oh, thank you very much. I mean, I intend on streaming for at least another 40 minutes, so we'll make it in my time zone to my birthday. Um, so all right, okay, cool. Woo! All right, I'll place that off to the side for the time being. But yeah, once again, I don't know what I need. Maybe I'll have to put like a little platform or something here. I don't want it to be like in the way if I like move my head back or something because I'm pretty close to the wall. I can touch it. So, um, all right, okay. Oh, I'm done with advertising. That's right. But yeah, thank you so much. I'm lamenting getting older, even though I will be seen as wiser. Although I feel like a lot of people, if they're going to see me as wise, they can see me as wise now, or if they don't see me as wise, they'll never see me as wise. So I'm like, all right, whatever. Let's see other fun things. I guess I can go off on tangents today because crazy week. It's my birthday soon, so whatevs. All right, I went to a um, Five Below store and I picked up hot sauce playing cards. Yep, because they were $1, and I was like, I have to see how bad these are. So bad being like bad to handle for card magic and things, not so much like in terms of you know quality or anything. But I think the images could be pretty fun. So all of the backs look like this, um, and then all of the fronts, depending on its value. So the 3 has 3 bottles of hot sauce on it. The 10 has like 10 bottles of hot sauce or peppers or whatever on fire. 5 has 5, so those make sense numerically. Ace has 1. The king. Oh, so here's where I'm not sure I like the imagery for the king, queen, and the jack because they're effectively identical, except the color of the peppers is slightly different. So you could tell the jack apart from the king, but at a quick glance, if you're just skimming through the deck, you might see kings and queens be the same. Jiggly Dad, thank you so much for the follow. How's it going? Welcome in, Jiggly Dad. I feel like there should have been a sound alert for that. I did not hear that. Anyway, thank you for the follow, Jiggly Dad. Welcome in. I was just taking it's been a long break. I was showing off a bunch of things. Showing off this new hot sauce deck of playing cards I got. So yeah, I'm not sure if there's many tricks I could do with this, but I heard it. Oh, you did? That means something is wrong on my end. No, my volume's up though. So, all right, cool. Well, thank you for letting me know, Chan. That is helpful. All right. Going all right, sir. We heard a sound. All right, great. Thanks, Jiggly Dad. Welcome in, Jiggly Dad. How's it going? I don't know if you've seen me on my stream before. So, hi, welcome in. My name is Nam, also known as Crazy Asian, spelled with a K, 2 E's, 3 N's. And I like to do sleight of hand card magic. So, I assume that's why you are here. I have a StreamerSonglist, and I let people select tricks from it. If you would like to queue something up, feel free, but otherwise. Oh yeah, thanks for the shout out for Jiggly Dad. So yeah, if you guys are not following our friend Jiggly Dad, used to stream Pokemon, but now streams music. So there we are. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's random something. Okay, trading kings. All right, sounds good. Actually, this will be a treat if Jiggly Dad has never seen this trick before. So this is a good one for new people. All right. Jiggly Dad, would you like to make a decision in this next trick? Actually, two decisions. Magic, I thought this was sure a hot tub stream. Oh, well, you know what? No. Maybe one day I might have a pool stream because I have a pool, but I don't have a hot tub. All right, so I've got these two piles of cards. Now, Jiggly Dad, I need you to come up with two suits. I need them to be different. So think of one black suit and one red suit. Don't tell me what they are yet, but keep them to yourself while I introduce these packets. So here we have, actually, I'm going to turn, because I'm seeing some glare on this. Okay, here we go. All right, so here are red backed cards, and we would never mix them up with these blue backed cards, right? All right, so, all right, Jiggly Dad. If you did not know what the suits are, I hope you did, but at this point, I know some people don't know some suits. But if you could give me one black suit, the one that you chose, it's either spade or club, and then the other one, which is a red suit, either hearts or diamonds. You can feel free to tell me in chat right now, and you will be seeing this on camera. I will not cut away at this point. So, all right, yes, I know the suits. Much poker playing. Ah, you are a poker player. Excellent. I used to play poker for like $5 or $10 pizza nights back in college. So that was the extent of my clubs and hearts. All right, excellent. Would you believe? Oh, by the way, the name of the trick is called Trading Kings. These are all kings. Would you believe that I could just snap my fingers and I'll go ahead and turn over the clubs and the hearts face up? Because look, there's one finger. Let me just show you. Clubs, right? King of clubs, face up. King of hearts. King of hearts. But wait, there's more. I know, you're probably thinking, whoa, that's so weird. Chin the Magic Man says, what? Hold on. What if I told you that not only did I flip them face up, but that I swapped them in the piles? What if I told you that this King of Clubs is actually the blue-backed King of Clubs, and that this King of Hearts is actually the red-backed King of Hearts? Would that be weird? That's super weird, right? But look, let me just go ahead and grab this, show you. This is actually the blue one. And this one, let me go ahead and grab this. This is actually the red one. I know, is that weird? That's super weird, right? But Jiggly Dad. I don't want to freak you out, but let me just say that, would you believe that I knew that you would pick those? Because I did lie to you earlier today. You know, magicians lie, right? I said that all of these were kings, but actually none of these other cards I could have been, because if I show you the remaining cards, these other cards were all blank. None of them have any kings on them. None of them at all. And that, my friends, is Trading Kings. Jiggly Dad says all trust destroyed. Alright. Magician's job well done. All trust destroyed. You know, if there's not some achievement in some video game called all trust destroyed, there should be. And getting it should be difficult. Thank you kindly for the Claps. Chan the Magic Man. And thank you, Kelly, for the emotes, Jiggly Dad, the sus, and the Bidoof. What's the Bidoof one called? It's actually a deboof. Nice. I see. Oh, hold on. I feel like I need to read this like with a British accent, even though I don't know if I can do a British accent. But I see you are fancy charlatan. Well, I see text in my chat, but I can be fancy. All right, let's see. Next up, we have a request from Charlie's Beats. Thank you so much for the request, Charlie. Hopefully you enjoyed. Oh, sorry. Man, my muscle memories. Thank you for the request, Charlie. And then space. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Thanks for participating in that trick, Jiggly Dad. I know I just pulled you in. All right. Okay, so this trick is all about imagination. I want you all to imagine a lot of things here. So first things first, I want you to imagine. Oh, hold on. No, that's right. Okay. I'll start over. First of all, I want you to imagine. I want you to imagine that I don't really have cards in my hand. They're not really cards. Jiggly Dad says, "Thank you for the space. I was concerned about where the first sentence stopped, but you knew that because you're a magician." I mean, no, I am just a wee lonely, crazy Asian man. That's so I have a bunch of jokers here. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, that's not a joker. So 3 jokers and a queen of clubs. Now the queen of clubs is red backed, and all of the jokers are blue backed. And so what we're going to do is I want you to imagine that I'm going to be taking that queen of clubs and I'm going to be placing it underneath the table like this. Now I'm going to have you imagine that I throw it through underneath the table, through the mat, into my hand, and the queen of clubs makes it back into the pile. I just want you to imagine that. But hopefully you have, because if you imagined it correctly, you'll be able to see that, look, there is the queen of clubs here in this pile. Now, I want you to imagine that one more time. I'm going to take the queen of clubs, place it underneath the table, and throw it through the table, through the mat, into my hand. I know, it's really hard to believe, but look. Is that strange or what? Here, we'll do it one more time. I know, you're probably getting sick of this. Let me go ahead and throw it through the table, through the mat, back into my hand. And here it has come back. Do you remember what I said at the beginning? And that I wanted you to imagine that I was doing all of these things. Charlie's Beats, thank you so much for the sus. Because if there's a moment to be sus, all of the moments are to be sus. I just want to show you that here, let me just show you. There was no queen of clubs. Because if I show you here, this is actually blank. There's actually no queen of clubs. But actually, not only that. Oh, Chan's got the queen of clubs. Emote. That's right, because Chan loves the queen of clubs. This is Chan's card, the queen of clubs. I mean, not this one. This one's blank now. Queen of clubs, wherever queen of clubs booked it. But when you were imagining, were you imagining too well? Because I think you imagined the jokers too, right? Because these were jokers before. But actually now there's nothing to imagine. Reappeared in chat. Oh, that's right. Oh, I see. Okay, that's right. Ah, there's the Queen of Clubs. Oh, that's why I can't reproduce her. I can't just put because she's right there in chat. Wait, she's right here in chat. There she is. Okay. Bonus points if anybody's a magician and knows who does this. Okay, so sometimes I will use that trick as a closer. I like that one, so I do sometimes use that one as a closer. All right, that is. Thank you so much for the request, Charlie's Beats. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for the claps and the emotes, Charlie's Beats, Chain the Magic Man. Jiggly Dad says, is definitely not a magician. I mean, we were having the discussion before. It's like if you learn one or two tricks, are you a magician? How many tricks does it take for you to learn to become a magician? Or is there some other metric? Hey, welcome in, Mark Rides. How's it going? How you doing? How do you do? Hopefully you're having a great weekend. Happy Lunar New Year. Jiggly Dad says, could potentially be a witch, though. Ah, yes. Agree. Agree. But doesn't everybody have a little witch in them? Okay, let me double check and see if we have any boss tricks. Because I definitely don't want to start off the new year with having a boss trick. Did we resolve them last time? We made a... Oh, if anybody's curious what a boss trick is, it's just if I mess up a trick in the past. It's a way to give me homework for the future. Mark Rides says, doing good! Awesome, good to hear, Mark Rides. Mark Rides, did you watch the game tonight? Oh, I've spoiled it for myself. I just took a look at the score. Alright. Okay. Alright, I think we've dealt with all of our boss tricks, so... You know what I should practice, though? Alright, Chan, this one's for you, because I remember you requested this before going to Cambodia, and then I relearned it, and I haven't... I think I did it for you while you were over there on vacation, but then now. So let's go ahead and... Actually, will it catch it if I just do maximum? Yes, yes it will. Okay, there we go. And you know what? Valentine's Day is coming up, so actually I could give this a thematic change so that it's, you know, love and hearts related instead. Okay, let's see. Let me not mess this up. All right. Okay, here we go. First of all, I'm going to need the box. I just want to show everybody that I have the box empty. There's nothing in the box. If you're here, you can inspect the box. So we'll just go ahead and leave that off to the side, but you can still see it right there. And then next we have, let's see, Joker. Joker. We'll leave the two Jokers over here. And then we're going to go ahead and show you that we have the Ace, the 2, and the 3 of hearts. And we're going to first use the Ace. So, if I go ahead and I place the Ace in between... Alright, we're going to reset! Here I am, giving away the secrets of magic already. Alright. Mulligan. Where did I go wrong? I think... Yeah. Chan the Magic Man said no! Alright, yeah, I know. It does kind of mess up a little bit, but it makes more sense once you see the whole trick. So, I mean, you know where it's going, Chan. Okay, all right. Here we go. Oh, no, I need to arrange this again. Sorry. See, I mess up on stream. It happens. Okay, all right. Mulligan, yep. All right, once again, here we are. Okay, so first things first, let me show you the box. Same situation as before. There's nothing in the box. If you were here, you could totally inspect it. Yeah, shh, Mark writes. Shh. All right, okay. So, first things first, we have a Joker, and then we have a Joker. Okay, see, I know I went wrong now. But anyway, and then we have the ace, the 2, and the 3 of hearts. And first we'll use the ace, so we'll leave it right there. Now if I take the ace and I place it in between the 2 jokers, like so, right? I'm going to show you how Gibson lens, the ace of hearts, can penetrate so that you will fall in love with Gibson lens. By the way, if you're not already in love with Gibson lens, please give Gibson lens a follow, because we need to fall in love with Expanse if you're not already. But look, in between the 2 jokers, and it must have been because I was imagining what a botch trick looked like after you talked about it. Oh man, and then Jiggly Dad, did you create the messed up trick? Okay, all right. So look, Gibson lens will penetrate your heart as the ace of hearts, because look. Oh, sorry, failure to launch. Okay, there we go. Gibson lens, ace of hearts, has penetrated the 2 jokers. Okay, let's see. Next up, I'm going to go ahead and grab the 2, place it in between the 2 jokers, like this. And we have here the 2 of hearts in between the 2 jokers. And the 2 of hearts is going to represent 2 individuals trying to find love close to Valentine's Day. But their love can only be found by penetrating gazes. Like, I don't want a failure to launch twice, but it happens. Failure to launch. Okay. Why are you calling Gibson lens narcissistic? Will he fall in love with himself? No. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. All right. So here we have the 2 of hearts penetrating the 2 jokers. That penetrating gaze. Okay. All right. Next. Okay. So next we have the 3. And actually, this is what we're going to do. So I'm going to take the 3, and I'm going to place it into the box, like so. Okay. And so anyway, when I put it into the box, the 3 is so powerful because there's 3 people. This is what we call a love triangle. And their gazes will be penetrating, because look. That has penetrated through the box, and here we have the 3 of hearts. Now, the 2 jokers, they're going to fall in love, and that's going to penetrate through time, because those people, those 2 people, 2 jokers, fall in love, have 2 kids, and now they have 4 hearts between them. And then finally, people are like, oh, okay, I realize that this is a magic trick, and people are like, whoa, he must have put a card into the box. And it's like, yeah, you're right. But that's not the Joker. That is, my friends. And these 5 are, I don't know, what 5 hearts do. These are the 5 Planeteers from Captain Planet and the Planeteers. Because, oh man, do you remember? Okay, hold on, do I remember? They are Kwame, Wheeler, Linka, Mati, and then I'm missing somebody. Whoever the fifth planeteer is. These are their hearts. There you go. And that, my friends, is maximum penetration. The magic trick. The magic trick. Just to specify. All right. Well, good news, bad news. What is this a reference to? I mean, that particular bit about the Five of Hearts was just a reference to Captain Planet and the Planeteers. But the other parts were references to whatever else, everything else. I don't know. I was just making it up as I go. Love triangle, and usually with the murder, someone gets jealous. You can combine this trick with a trick where the cards die. Oh, that's interesting. I'll have like a murder mystery. So, let's see. Jiggly Dad says, "Oh, I don't think I'm familiar with Captain Planet." Yeah, don't worry. Not everybody is familiar with Captain Planet. You probably have to be a little bit older than a certain young age, and then you have to have watched cartoons at a very specific time. So even if you're older or younger, like, and then you would have had to watch, yeah, like your Castlevania trick. Oh yeah, that's right. That totally makes sense. Yeah. Also, I happen to know that the people who make Magic the Gathering, they're going to be having Clue themed cards, like Clue the board game themed cards in Magic the Gathering. So I could potentially leverage that. There are cards in the Clue board game, but they're small and not very good. So Jiggly Dad says, "I think I'm probably good on the older part." My sympathies. Yeah, it is my birthday in like 15 minutes, so I feel ya. All right, I'll probably make that a boss trick, even though I kind of redeemed the mulligan, but you know. So we will call that a boss trick for next time. It would have been fine had I just not messed up one thing. Shakes fist. All right. It's okay. It's not every day I get to say that I did maximum penetration. Oh jeez. The magic trick, the magic trick. That's Mark Wright says, "Happy birthday." Oh, Guy, that's right. Gibson Lens, thank you for saving me. So there. I did not remember. I knew there were 5. I knew I got 4 of them. Terms of service, says Jiggly Dad. Jiggly Dad, I understand, yes. Jiggly Dad, do you ever get into situations where you say something and you refer to your own username? Because I feel like if I said a sentence that said Jiggly Dad performing maximum penetration, the card trick, that would arguably be worse. Do you have a trick where the cards spell out happy birthday after a shuffle and cut? Yes. I mean, that spoils the trick, but I've done it. I actually think I did it on my YouTube as well, so. Or else get addicted to Magic Arena. Oh yeah, I don't have time to get addicted to Magic Arena, and I'm sure I would because I'm that kind of person. I love card games. Oh man, my daughter is Clue obsessed. Hopefully she doesn't take up MTG because that's an expensive hobby. Yes, it's true. Don't have. Yeah, my daughter is way too young to get into that hobby, but I don't know what would happen if she would one day get into expensive hobbies that I love, because I'm like, this is going to be costly, but let's do it together because it's awesome. Speaking of which, Gibson Lens, I don't know if you were on earlier when I mentioned, I did confirm that one of the conventions I'm definitely going to later this year is Gen Con. So I'm going to be going to Gen Con later this year. Easy there, partner. I just followed. At least buy me dinner first. Reminder, if anybody has not hydrated and you've been sitting around for a while, please hydrate. Okay, I have this idea for a Lunar New Year themed trick, and I wasn't sure if I was going to get any time to do it, and I'm like, oh, this is like a perfect time for it. I don't know if I... Funny story, I don't know if I have enough red envelopes. I currently don't for the thing that I wanted to do, but it is probably good enough. All right. It doesn't spoil the trick. Set it up for 12 minutes, and now for the trick. Wishing yourself. I see what you're saying. Okay. Yeah. Let me find. Oh, where are things? Hold on. Or I'll set it up, and then yeah, we'll do it in a little bit. All right. Let me see here. Please hold while I find some cards. This is the problem with having cards that I don't use very often. I'm like, I'm not used to seeing these. Yeah, this deck happens to have like enough cards to spell like certain things. Where the heck is this letter? Okay, no, we need this. And we need one more. Where is it? There it is. Okay, yes. It is the year of the dragon. Do it with card transposition. What do you mean do it with card transposition? I don't understand. The year of the dragon? Oh. Oh, I don't know if I'm prepared for that. It's a great idea, Mark. I like it. I think I would have had to figure something out before. I was actually kind of struggling to get ready for stream today because I was like, so I was playing a video game and then um, I was like, oh, I should probably eat something before I stream. So luckily, my wife took bedtime duties today for the kid. Actually, I do have something I could do really quick because I'm not sure how this would work, and I would like to see it if it will work. These envelopes are probably way too big for this, though. Whatever. Okay, like you have the perfect pinochle hand and then snap change the... Oh my god, I don't know if I could snap change more than one card. That's that's not what... Okay. Alright, so here I have some... these are kind of mini fake like toy Chinese coins, basically. So they're not as big, they're not as thick, but they're kind of like novelty metal coins. And I'm going to attempt to do a coin matrix with them. And using 4 red envelopes. Hey Hawk6 Phoenix, how's it going? Welcome in. How's it going? I'm going to attempt to do a coin matrix with Chinese novelty coins and red envelopes. So, let me see if I can do this. So first things first, I'm going to go ahead and cover each coin with a red envelope. These envelopes are gigantic, by the way, for the size of the coin. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this coin jump from here up here. Alright, there we go. Then over here, up there. Okay, there we go. And then the last one. Okay. I'm sure that looked fine. I think if I had smaller envelopes, because these are not very big. Hawk6 Phoenix, welcome in. How's it going? Welcome in, Hawk. Happy Lunar New Year. Hopefully you're doing well. Let's see. I could do something interesting like... Okay, wait. Do these four all have different images on the front? That would be ideal. Okay, yeah. Alright, so here... Okay, so here I have 4 different envelopes. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle these up face down. And then we're going to place a coin into one of these. And the goal is to try and figure out where the one coin is. Okay, so I'm going to place it in that one. And I'm placing it on the top of the pile, so you know it's currently on the top. And now I'm going to go ahead and reverse count them. Okay, like so. So now the important question is, which envelope has the coin in it? This was the one that was at the top. This is the one that was at the bottom after the reverse count. But let's see if anybody wants to play along. Where is the coin in? I just realized a flaw to this. All right, let's. I'm gonna D4. Do I have a command? Okay. Let's see. Oh, Hawk6 Phoenix says number 4. So Hawk says here. Mark Ride says here. All right. Ooh. Okay. All right. So, let's go ahead and so let's see. Hawk says 4. If I show you, there is nothing in this one. So nope, that is not the one. And I don't think anybody guessed 3 or 2. So once again, nothing in that one. And 2. Nothing. My apologies. So the lucky one here is indeed Mark Rides. Am I the only one who saw the envelope got darker for a second? Because it is here. So I did notice a flaw now, because all of these envelopes were in a different state of wear based on the backs, as far as like. So let's try that again. Okay, alright. I'm going to place it into this envelope right here. Okay, so this will be 3rd from the top. So this will be the bottom, 3rd from the top, 2nd, and 1st. Now all we will do is reverse count them, like so. An important question: where is the coin? Okay, now last round you could tell which one it was because I had opened really only one of these. Now they all kind of have the similar amount of openness. So you can't guess based on how open the envelope is. Chan the Magic says, am I the only one who saw the envelope got darker for a second? I mean, sometimes, so my light source is inconsistent with my cameras. So like, I think if I just do this, the envelope colors might change. Yeah, for a second, like right there. It's like I can change the color of some of the envelopes just by doing that. Okay. Mark Ride says 1. Okay. Nobody else is guessing? Okay. So, Mark Rides, you guessed 1, and nope, this time it is not in 1. So it was, I put it in third and then reverse counted. So a lot of people, I think, would guess that it's in number 2. But actually, if I show you that it's in number 2, that would be incorrect as well. And then if you also guessed it was number 3, like it didn't move. No, it moved. But it actually moved to the 4th envelope right here. There it is. All right, and that, my friends, is something I just came up with, like with just materials right here. So, all right, cool. Thanks for playing. Hopefully that was fun. That was definitely interesting. I've never done magic with red envelopes. So there we are. I think the fact that they're envelopes, you can do some interesting things with it. So. Thank you kindly for the claps. Chan the Magic Man, Hawk6 Phoenix, Gibson Lens. Chan says, nice! Thanks, Chan. Chan, have you done any magic with red envelopes? This is new territory for me. So. Catchy name. Thank you kindly for the claps, Charlie's Beats. And I see the request, Charlie, for reset. Okay. All right. I can find all of the cards to use out in the open because there's nothing to hide here. So I'm going to go ahead and use the 4 aces because I would normally use the 4 aces, but also because Charlie has requested and he has signed the Ace of Spades. And then we'll use some face cards. So let's do the kings as well. So there we have it. And let's see here. Sometimes I forget how to arrange cards. Sometimes it doesn't matter. And sometimes it's just a personal preference thing. Alright, okay. I think, so here we have the 4 aces and the 4 kings. And do I have my fun props for this trick that I sometimes like to use? I do. I can use these if I would like. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so I have the aces over here and I have the kings. Let me go ahead and introduce all of the kings to you. We've got the king of spades. We've got the king of hearts. We've got the king of clubs and the king of diamonds. So I'll leave the kings over here and the aces over here. So I'll leave the kings over here and the aces will leave over here. Now, I want to do something interesting with these, and I just want to show you that we have 2 buttons to use during the course of this trick. We have the save state button. I'll move those back a little bit. And the load state button. So first things first, I want you to remember this state. The kings are over here, the aces are over here. And I'm going to go ahead and hit the save state button. So now this state is saved. And if you're familiar with video game emulators, you'll understand how the load state works, but I'll illustrate it as the trick progresses. Okay. So, here's what I want to do. As you progress playing through a video game, sometimes you might interact with something. And when you interact, sometimes you might change the state of things. And sometimes you won't. But when you do actually change the state of something, so in this case, the ace now changes to a king. I know, is that weird? That's super weird, right? Okay. Once again, some people believe that, I can't do it while the cards are face up, but actually, even if I just wave over this packet, nothing's going to happen. Even if I touch it, it's really hard to see when the state changes, but down the road it will change. So let me just go ahead and, there we go. So now that ace has turned into a king as well. And then finally we have, some people believe that we can change states of just one card at a time, but actually if I just go ahead and grab both of these and touch at the same time, both of these will be kings. So now we have 4 kings, and then if we're correct, the aces should be over there. Yep, there's the ace. Here's the aces. Now, let me go ahead and reset this by hitting the load state button. So we're going to load the emulator state, load state, and now everything should be all back to normal, right? So if I show you, all the aces are actually over here. Is that super weird? That's super weird, right? And then what we have is we have all of the kings over here. I know, is this weird? Or what? And that, my friends, is reset with emulator save state buttons. And yeah, FYI, as far as I know, nobody has ever done that presentation of that trick with emulator save states before. Because obviously when the trick was invented, which was like decades and decades ago, emulators for video game systems didn't really exist yet. So I don't even remember, was it like this, did that trick get developed in the 60s or something? Or even before that? I don't remember. So this one is an old trick. Anyway, Chen, thank you kindly for the applause. Thank you kindly for the claps. Charlie's beats. And once again, thank you so much for the request, Charlie. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Jiggly Dad says, when I was young, we did our card tricks on original hardware. You know what, Jiggly Dad? Normally this would be channel points, but we're going to go ahead and give you this. There you go. Happy official birthday. Is it midnight yet? Oh my god, it's been my birthday for minutes. Entire literal minutes. Yeah. Yes, I'm older now. Oh, so that means it's time for a very specific magic trick. Man, I'm going to have to go through my entire VOD and be like, because I've been recording none of these tricks. So, that's alright. Okay, alright. So, I have a very specific trick for right now. Okay. We're going to need a card. Oh, wait. Let me introduce this deck to you. So this is the deck that has a bunch of letters on it. So all of the cards have a letter on it. Most of the cards are have a frequency of 2 in the deck. Some of them, like the letter X, Z, and J, they only show up once. Some vowels show up 3 times. I think a couple consonants, maybe I forgot, S or T may show up 3 times. But anyway, yeah, there's mostly 2 of each letter in the deck. So, but first things first, let's go ahead and just quickly give this a oh yeah, and the 2 jokers are yes and no. So if you saw those, okay. Wow, imagine wasting 7 minutes of your birthday. I mean, I don't know. It's fine. Look, I'm old. Time, it just goes. All right, let's see. First things first. We need a card selected, and you know what? Let's have, if people in chat want to select, why don't you just click on one of these here, and then those can be, that card will be the choice. All right, we've got 1 vote for this one, Anybody want to override or want to countervote, or will that be the one? Okay, we'll give people a second. This is a good time to hydrate if anybody hasn't hydrated. Okay, one vote takes it. Okay, so we're going to slide this out. I'm going to be careful not to take it in. Okay. Okay, so here is our selection, and I'm going to cut the rest of the deck into about 4 equal parts. They don't have to be perfect, but you know, roughly like so, and here. Okay. Now I'm going to eat these heat maps. Delicious, delicious heat maps. Thanks for feeding me, guys. So I got a care package from my mom, actually, and she sent me a bunch of food for my birthday, and I love this this spicy curry flavored beef jerky that I can't find like around here, so it's pretty good. But anyway, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and turn these 2 piles face up, and we're gonna shuffle. This is gonna hurt me more than it hurts you. Face up into face down cards. Yep, I know. It's gonna be a little bizarre, but it's gonna happen. So take a look. I'm really pushing those in there. And then, of course, we're going to go ahead and do that again. And one more time. So we have a huge mess of cards over here. And now we're going to find your... Oh, wait. Oh, crap. Did I mess this up? You know what? It's time to bring out the true magical talent of the stream. It's not me. It's our friend, the deck sock. Jiggly Dad said it was still figuring out how I could click on the screen without pausing the video. Oh, oh, you have it set up so that if you click on the screen, it oh, my apologies. Yeah, I have heat map set up so that if people click on the screen, but yes, I don't know how. That doesn't happen on my video, so it must be a setting somewhere. Hopefully you can figure that out. Anyway, this is the deck sock. So the deck sock should hopefully fix everything. Alright, deck sock, tell me, what do I need to do to fix all of these things? Oh, deck sock, are you telling me that I have to not do much and I just... You'll do it? Okay. Alright, the deck sock's going to fix it for me. Deck sock's doing everything. Checking the gaff meter, welcome in, how's it going? Checking the gaff meter. Happy Super Lunar Birth Valentine's Bowl New Year's Day week Magic Stream. I literally just read my title. So, but yeah, there's all sorts of stuff happening this week. Are you in mobile Twitch app or Chrome or on a computer? Oh yeah. So in order to use the heat map, you have to be on desktop because I don't think it'll work on mobile. So just FYI. Okay. All right. So I think the deck sock has fixed everything. Alright, deck sock, what are you going to tell me to do? Spread the deck this way? Okay, sounds good. Here we go. So there's still some mixed up cards, but there's actually not as many as I thought there would be. So actually, let me do this. Alright, so start pulling out the cards. Alright, here we go. So we have... Ha! Alright, if anybody is a fan of Chrono Trigger Millennial Fair... Ha! Wait a second, deck sock, what are you doing to me? What are you doing to me? Wait, and there's some more cards over here. Hold on. Happy Earth Day? Nah, Earth is spelled weird. I'm gonna spell day up this way because I don't think it'll fit on camera. Alright, so what letter do we think this card is right here? It's obviously the letter Z, right? Happy Earth Day. It's Earth Day. It's not April yet. Happy Earth Days. All right, I'm just gonna place it there. I think it goes there. Happy Perth Day. Is it an Australian? Happy Gilmore. Girth Day. Happy Girth Day. Ha. Yeah, Charlie's V's got the ha. Happy Firth Day. Let's see. Happy. What other letters? Happy Hearth Day. Happy Mirth Day. Actually, Happy Colin Firth Day. Yeah, happy Mirth Day, says Mark Rides. Yo, happy Mirth Day. That's right. By the way, if anybody watched me play Sea of Stars, yeah, Mirth is a town in that game. So I would totally celebrate Happy Mirth Day. What else? Happy. All right. Nobody's guessed it yet, so I guess we can just chill here and go through. We'll go through all the letters, right? What's the weirdest letter? Happy Quirth Day. Happy QI Earth Day. If you remove the second H, you can get Dirt Day. Happy Dirt Day? Oh yeah, that'd work out. Fans of Hollow Knight, right? Dirtmouth. So yeah, we could celebrate Dirt Day. What else can we celebrate? I mean, let's fit it in, right? Like, this is like the weirdest week with all the things happening. So all right, if nobody's figured it out, it is Abraham Lincoln's and Charles Darwin's birthday. So it says birthday. Happy birthday! Flip it already, says Chan. Okay, all right. Birthday. Happy birthday to you. Birthday. I'm having trouble coming up with lyrics, even though if my kid was here, I'd be like, I would have no problems. Hold on, let me see if I can. That was kind of bad, but who knew? All right. Hey, Panda. Hey, the Rusty Panda. Welcome in. How's it going? How was your weekend? Hopefully you're doing well. Guys, you're not following our friend the Rusty Panda. Please give the Rusty Panda a follow. The Rusty Panda. Music and interviews on Wednesdays, called Wiki Wednesdays. Sorry, the whole city is like blowing up. Oh, because of the Super Bowl? Yeah. I can understand. I don't know which city you live in, but you know what? It doesn't matter. There are cities. Super Bowl is crazy. So Kansas City won. So all I knew was, oh yeah. So I knew that it went into overtime, and that's what I talked about literally all last week about why I cheer for overtime. And then yeah, and based on the score, it looks like it was just like a field goal kick for overtime. Oh no. Oh yeah. No, it was a touchdown and a field goal kick. Okay, all right. Sorry, I'm just trying to guess based on the score. All right, and I see Chan the Magic Man has requested a trick, so let me go ahead and get ready for that. Thank you kindly for the request, Chan. Oh, you're in Kansas City! Oh, okay. That's why it would be crazy. Yep. Totally makes sense now. Congratulations. Ultimately, I didn't care who won, but I was cheering for overtime, and I didn't watch the game. But it was overtime, so I'm happy, I guess. No, it was amazing. 3 seconds left, a touchdown made by the Chiefs in overtime to bring the score over the 49ers. That's insane. That is insanity. That is the definition of a close game. Anyway, sorry for anybody else who didn't know the outcome and didn't want to know, but you know what? I already saw the score, so it's okay. Okay, sorry. Yes, yes. Yeah. Here, I found this great birthday video for you. Is this a birthday video? um, okay. I Do I watch it now or do I watch it later? Oh yeah, it was totally Nam's kind of game. Yes, it was. No, yeah, based on what I saw, it was definitely a score, a game I would have loved to watch that I didn't watch. So, and now 50 seconds. Definitely do not click on that. Okay. Right. I mean, I guess I could do it later. Okay, let me turn down the volume. I was already probably going to edit this video anyway because it's not even like maybe like less than a second edit for the mess up that I did that I took a mulligan on for a trick earlier. So I'm like, all right. So anyway, thank you for sending that to me, Mark Rides. It is indeed my birthday today. So yeah. For anybody who didn't know, I'm taking the day off from work, so I don't have to wake up early. So yeah, whoo. All right. Okay, so look what we have here. We have a bunch of cards. We have the Ace of Hearts. Oh, I'm dense, says checking the gaff meter. Why are you dense? No, you're not. I mean, if you were talking about the matter that is within your body, I mean, there is some density there. And you know what? It may not be as dense as, like, iron, but there's some. Yeah. Happy birthday to you, Nam. Oh, thank you kindly checking the gaff meter. Thank you kindly, greatly appreciate it. I mean, I did do the whole trick, and it was like I did say it was Abraham Lincoln's and Charles Darwin's birthday. But yes, it has been my birthday for 22 minutes in my time zone. So it is not yet my birthday for like Gibson Lens, who's on the West Coast. Let's see, 3 of hearts, 4 of hearts, and then the 5 of hearts. And then for those of you who have never seen this trick before, it's not so much a trick as it is a game. Try and remember which card is on top. And it's actually, if you ever have to guess, it's probably going to be the ace because the ace is usually on top. But if you want to see a magical move, here's a magical move. Thanks for the emotes checking the gaff meter. Glorious deck sock, let's dance. Hug, jam. Man, I love it when you can make a sentence out of emotes. Here's the magical move. All right. So what card's on top? I think a lot of people would say the 5's on top. But you know what? No. It's going to be the ace. Now, if I remove the ace, what card's on top? And the packet's going to be in ascending order. So it'll be the 2. That's right. So. And then what follows the 2? And a lot of people would say the 3 because there it is. So 3, and then the 4 and the 5. So important question, what card is this? I think a lot of people would say 5. Some people would say 4. Those are the people who are slightly more suspicious of me. But people who have been paying attention, they might say that this is the ace. Is this card now not on the top? Because Mark Wright says it's going to be 5 because this trick is called 5's on top. I think we mulligan. Oh, no. It's called ace on top because look, here's the ace. There it is. Followed by the 2. Followed by the 3. Followed by the 4. And then followed by the 5. Now, this property, all right, which card's on top? There was no magic here. If you were just paying attention, it is actually the ace. If I go ahead and I take the ace and I place it in the middle of the packet, so it's not on the top, it's not on the bottom, but it's going somewhere in the middle. But look, if I just snap, it comes back to the top. Now, if I go ahead and I take it and I place it clearly in the middle of the packet, like this, so it's just going into the middle. Now the ace will self-correct and it'll jump up to the top. I know, that's super weird. Now, what we have here, what follows the ace, the 2. So now if I go ahead and I grab the 2 and I place it furthest away from where it's supposed to be, in this case, the bottom, right? But if we snap, that 2 is going to jump right back up to the top. I know, super weird, right? Now, would you believe that I could perform this trick with the cards face up? So let me just hold them like this. So if they were in this situation, in order for the cards to self-correct in this state, the 3 would have to jump into the middle. The 2 would have to jump almost all the way up to the top. The ace also has to slide all the way up to the top. The 5's got to slide all the way down to the bottom. The 4's got to take over 1. So, what if I was just to tell you that all that needs to get achieved is just one move? And that move is literally grabbing the ace and placing it on the top. That the entire packet has corrected itself. We can easily tell that the ace is on top because look, there's the ace of hearts, signed by our Mod Gibson lens. And here's the 2 of hearts, followed by the 3 of hearts, the 4 of hearts, and the 5 of hearts. And that, my friends, is ace on top. Thank you so much for the request, Chan the Magic Man. Hopefully you enjoyed. I guess if the ace is on top, and Gibson Lens is going to be giving me the spray bottle for this, but if ace is on top and Gibson Lens, does that mean Gibson Lens is on top? Anyway, thank you kindly for the claps. The Rusty Panda, Chan the Magic Man, Charlie's Beats. I think I understand that one. Yeah, that's a Ryan Plunkett trick. Is that who I? Yeah, that's right. Ryan. Yep. Only because Nam wanted it. This is Gibson Lens. Right there. So, you know, on a hot summer's day, who doesn't want a spray bottle to the face? Like, sometimes you yearn for it. Sometimes you yearn for the spray bottle. Okay. You know, those 2 emotes, nice combo for each other. I like that. Alright, so I know that not everybody was here when I showed this off earlier, so why not show it off again, you know, because I have it. I gotta figure out what to do with it. For anybody who missed it earlier, I showed off a gift that my best friend gave me, and I did not know I was getting it, but I'm glad that I opened it before today because, ta-da! So I don't know where I'm going to put it. I'm not even sure, but it is a nice little, like, I think it's plexiglass, yeah, crazy Asian Twitch thing. Not only that, let's turn it on. It turns on. Ta-da! It lights up. It's so cool. I was like, oh man. So I was debating on, do I mount it? Do I like put it up there? Which is a little bit messy, and I have to get a longer extension cord because this, or I have to find a way to feed you. It's running off of USB power, so I need to find a way to get it up there. If and then oh yeah, this changes colors too. Hold on. So, but yeah, I think it would be nice to put up. I'm pretty sure it's the same one that I have. Yeah, so this came from it came from Etsy. So there's somebody who does like Etsy, I guess I feel like that these like this etched in trace was like sandblasted potentially. So I don't know. But yeah, if that's the same thing. So but anyway, let's. So I don't want to stress myself out, and I know I can go later, but I did treat myself to a brand new game on Steam. So I'm like, maybe I will, maybe I'll play some of that before I go to bed tonight. So maybe last call for tricks. If anybody wants to see any tricks, feel free. Is it Pal World? No, it is not Pal World. It's not really a new game. It's like a game that came out last year, but or Backpack Hero. I was playing Backpack Hero, but no, I've had that. I literally just bought it like a couple days ago. It's called Cobalt Core. So, and if anybody has played games like Slay the Spire or FTL, think of it as Slay the Spire combined with FTL thus far. With the exception that it doesn't take as long to finish a run in Cobalt Core, but it's way funnier. Like Slay the Spire is not funny, like by any stretch of the imagination. Like there might be some cheekiness, like in some mods and expansions and stuff, but it's not really funny. The storytelling in Cobalt Core is cheeky, so I like it. Oh, nice! It's brutal. Oh yeah, Slay the Spire is brutal. I have gotten every Slay the Spire achievement except reaching Ascension 20, and all I have to do is get that achievement, and then I'll get the other final achievement, which is get all other achievements. So, but yeah, I've done all the ridiculous things in Slay the Spire, like finish the game with like less than 5 cards in your deck. I did a speed run, which was horrible because I felt pressured the entire time, and I was just making decisions as fast as possible. And it's like not even as fast as like speed runners would do it. But yeah, so. But also, for anybody who doesn't know, after each stream, what I do is I upload a bunch of videos to YouTube, mostly the VOD, or if I have to edit it, start the edit, and then if I have to record a video, which I still have to record a video for YouTube tomorrow for my Monday Magic Monday trick. So, but yes, yeah. So I love like deck builders and roguelites because I don't know. I've just been around cards my entire life. If it wasn't evident with these playing cards, but I mean, I play a ton of card games and stuff, so I know that Gibson Lens knows that I know a lot of card games. So yeah, anyway, so that's the new thing I wanted to show off. People hadn't seen it. There it is. Do you play cribbage? I have not played cribbage for a very long time, and I don't really have people to play cribbage with, so. Hawk6 Phoenix, thank you so much for the request. Let's go ahead and do that one. Thanks for the lurk, Chan. Okay, so alrighty, Hawk6 Phoenix. Would you like to interact with the invisible deck? Trick. Here we go. I have a deck. I'm going to make it invisible when I send it over to you through the internet pipes. If I didn't make the sound effects, it would not have gone through the internet pipes. Alright. So, it is now traveling. Let me know when you have received it. And then, once you have received it, go ahead and take out the deck. It'll be invisible. Open the box, take out the deck. Spread out all the cards. Then, when you find a card that you like, and you'll know because you'll be able to feel it. You won't be able to see it. You'll take out the card, turn it around, and then put it back into the deck. Close up the spread. Put the cards back into the box. Close up the box. And then send it back to me through the internet pipes. And I'll diaper catch it, like wherever it falls, right? So let me know when you're sending it back. Okay, I'm chucking it back. Oh, you're chucking it back? Okay, hold on. Like a quarterback, right? Like a quarterback. Okay, here we go. Okay, there we go. Man, you would have thought that you played for the Kansas City Chiefs or something. All right, Hawk. The deck is now here. Man, there's the football. There it is. Okay, at this point, we will not move the camera. We won't break the view from the deck. But go ahead and tell me in chat which card it was that you turned over. It's okay to do so. It was the 10 of clubs. It was the 10 of clubs. Now, would it be tantalizing if I was to remove the cards from the deck, spread through the cards, and there was one card facing in the opposite direction, and that one card was the 10 of clubs? Yes, that would. Yes, I would be quite tantalized. Oh, all right. Very well then. Let's not keep you waiting. I don't want to wait. I don't want to cause people to wait to be tantalized. I want you to be tantalized now. So, here we go. That's kind of funny. It happens to be on the bottom. So, what card was this? You said it was the 10 of clubs? This is great. I have chat. If I ever forget a card and somebody told me something, it's in chat. Here we are. All these other cards. Ten of clubs. And that, my friends, is the invisible deck. Hawk6 Phoenix, thank you so much for the request. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I forget who all the people who are trying to get all of the numbers. I don't think I've performed this 52 times, but if we get coverage, you guys can eventually pick each and every single card in the deck. So, thank you kindly for the claps. The Rusty Panda, Hawk6 Phoenix, Gibson Lens. Thank you so much. Whoops. You saw my keyboard. Man, So it was funny because all of last week I did not really sleep that well. And then somehow on Friday night, I got really good sleep. Yeah, Friday night to Saturday. And then last night it was just like, it was okay. Like it wasn't the best, but it wasn't like the worst, so. All right. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead, I think, let me put in a finale trick. We'll do that. Let's go ahead and close the queue. And then now is the time in which I tell everybody, thank you so much for coming out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much. I know a lot of people had a lot of things going on. It was Lunar New Year, which happened on Saturday. It was the Super Bowl, which I know a lot of people were watching. And it is going to be Abraham Lincoln's birthday, or it already is. It'll be Valentine's Day later in the week. So a lot of things going on this week. But anybody who decided to come out and hang out, thank you so much for coming out. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you for everybody who interacted with the stream, whether you requested a trick, clicked on the heat map, chatted in chat. Without you guys, this wouldn't be as much fun. And then thank you so much to all the lurkers out there, because if it wasn't for you guys, I would just be fiddling with cards, right? The magic happens in your mind. And then also, let's thank our mods. If you guys are not following our mods, the Rusty Panda and Gibson Lens, please give them a follow. Greatly appreciate them. Let's see. And then, yeah, I guess I'm just more tired than I thought I am, than I should be, probably. Let's see. All right, so with that, we will do our last finale trick. FYI, if I mess this up, I will do another trick as a finale trick. So I don't like ending on a trick where I mess up. So, but other than that, where was I going with this? Oh yeah, and then we will find somebody to raid. That's it. That's what I wanted to say. Words are hard. English is hard. So, all right, here we go. So I have a pile of cards here, and we have a six of diamonds. We have a queen of clubs. And we have four other cards, but I'll show you on this side, they appear normal. It's not until I show you the other side in which they appear like they are double-backed cards. Except for maybe this one. This card looks a little bit weird. This card looks like it's blank. But if I just go ahead and hold these double backers up against or over one of these cards, let's say the six of diamonds, like this, actually something strange happens with this packet of cards because all of the cards become six of diamonds. I know, is that strange? That's super strange, right? And then if I go ahead and I take this packet of cards and I hover it over the queen of clubs, something strange happens. Some people would say that that queen of clubs jumps up to the top, but we know what really happens, right? All of the cards change into queen of clubs. I know, that's super bizarre. And you can still see that all of these cards are queen of clubs here, but look, if I go ahead and I take the blank card and I place it on top, you'll see that it's still queen of clubs until the very last second, until I turn it face up. And now all of the cards become blank. Is that weird? That's super weird, right? That should not happen. And now some people want to see the backs of these cards, and so I go ahead and I show them the backs of the 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. And that, my friends, I will call a successful finale of Dazed. Alright. Thank you so much for the emotes and the claps. Gibson Lens, the Rusty Panda. Kendall says, have a good night. Thank you. And thank you, Kendall, for the claps, Hawk. Alright. Whew. Okay. Alright, let's see who is on. There are fewer people tonight on, I think, than usual. So, Jiggly Dad says, happy birthday! Glad that I finally saw what you do. Have a nice day off. Oh, thank you kindly, Jiggly Dad. Oh yes, if anybody wants to see me and I am not on, I have a ton of magic on my YouTube channel, so check it out if you ever want to see magic and I'm not up and you can't find any VODs that you want to find. Or if you just want to find like bite-sized tricks, like if you just dodge the VODs, there's like just tricks that are like 2 to 5 minutes. But anyway, thank you so much to everybody who came out. Thank you so much for hanging out with me on my birthday. I'm probably not streaming like tomorrow, so this would probably be it. I think I have plans to try and enjoy the day with my wife while our kid is in daycare, so we can actually go out and eat at a restaurant, and it's not actually going to be Wednesday, so we don't have to compete with like other people, and so that'll be nice. All right, let's see here. Hey, I don't normally have a chance, I think, to raid this person. Let me see. Let me see when the last time I raided them. I think I have raided them before, but definitely not often. Let's see. 723. Oh, I have not rated them for many months. According to my stream spreadsheet. Oh yeah, let me just double check. And actually, I normally think he streams later than I do. So hold on. Let me mute the tab. Okay, it's been going on for a couple hours, but okay. Okay, a hype train is close, so okay. We're gonna go. All right, if you guys haven't figured out, I'm sure Gibson Lens has already figured out where we're going. All right, so if you guys have not heard, we're gonna be raiding over to our friend Kuyasai Music. So, musician, plays keyboards, sings. I got a chance to meet Kuyasai Osiris at TwitchCon last year, so let's go over there and show our support. And if you guys want to copy a raid call, here's a raid call there. If you're subbed, feel free to copy this one. So yeah, that's that. All right, everybody. That's it. So, everybody take care of yourselves. Remember to hydrate. Remember to stretch. Just get some physical activity. Get some movement. That's something I'm going to try and do a little bit more of. I did some push-ups and sit-ups, and my core is a little bit sore. I'm like, I'm out of shape. But anyway, thank you so much for everybody who came out. Thank you so much for just being you guys. So, anyway, take care. We'll see you guys around. We'll see you. Bye.